Hi, how y'all doing? I hope I'm live. Wilhelmina here with Wall Decor by Faye. I'm doing this by myself today. So if there's a glitch, I'm sorry. Oh no, I am live. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to find myself. Here I am. Okay, let's turn this down. Turn that down. Oh y'all, I'm so sorry. Okay, how y'all doing? I'm Wilhelmina with Wall Decor by Faye. Today we're going to be making a grapevine. Now I want to try it with some mesh in it. I've never done it before, but I've watched a couple people do it. So I was, hello Martha. Oh, Noelle just walked in. Steve's upstairs working. So Noelle's down here, but I wanted to get this done because you know how life gets. Okay, so I've had this sign since last year. It's so cute, and it's by Christy Mott's. I believe it's Christy Mott's Designs, M-O-T-T-S. And hey, Kathy, thanks y'all for spending some of your Good Friday with me. Happy Good Friday. I have an 18-inch grapevine here that I got from Hobby Lobby, and hi baby. And I have the 60919, of course. Hi. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not. She hears me talking, so she's got to come see what's going on. She's like, who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Oh, no, well. And I have these blue daisies. And these came from the at-home store. I thought those went perfectly with the sign. No, you can't eat those. And then I had these little filler flowers too. And those are from Michael's. And I had a bunch of those and I thought, excuse me, that they would look really pretty. And then I had this leftover bush of white daisies from Hobby Lobby. Excuse me. No. I was really hoping this would go a little more smoothly. She was chewing on something in the hallway. And I thought, I gave her something to chew on, and I thought it would suffice. But evidently, as soon as she heard me talking. So I've got this greenery, which is a pusher, and this one as well. I wasn't sure what kind of greenery to use with this, because it kind of, you know, I just wasn't sure. There, went everything. And we have this. So I just wasn't sure. So we'll just, you know, like I say, wing it with Willie. So, okay, Noelle, go over there, boo-boo. Noelle. I might have to get up and close the door and keep my fingers crossed. So how's everyone's Friday going? Y'all having a good day? It's gorgeous out here in Virginia Beach. It's in the 70s, so it's nice. It's breezy, not humid. Very nice. Noelle's finding out what heat is like. This will be her very first. Hi, Michelle. This will be her very first summer, so, or, you know, warm weather. So, we'll see. And I have these little lemon slice picks, because I figured that would go good with that. And, of course, I do have some lemons just in case as well. I picked some pretty basic ribbons, because I just wanted it to look good with the sign. So I got red stripe to go with the straw. And then I have the Swiss dot. And then just two plain. And I'm in love with making the 1.5 inch bows right now. I just think they're the bomb. So we're going to go ahead and start, hello cat, and start attaching the sign. I figured out it's a pretty good size sign. It is 14 inches tall. So I figured I'm going to kind of put it a little, let me put this down here with the rest of this stuff. She's got something to occupy herself. I can't see exactly what it is, so. So I figured we're going to place it a little down here. I'm going to put the bow right here. I'm really nervous about trying mesh in a grapevine. Have y'all done mesh in a grapevine before? I've watched a couple of people do it. Hello, CT. Steve's upstairs working. So, yeah, 2 days a week he works from home, and 3 days a week he goes to the office. So he's home right now. And I think this sign is thick enough, but I do have some felt just in case, because I'm going to put, brain fart, attach the pipe cleaners to it. So let's put the sign on first, because I'm really super nervous about trying, I don't know why, about trying mesh. Oh, Steve. Okay, Steve's here. Hi, Steve. It's supposed to be working. So I'm just cutting some felt, just in case, because I don't want to poke any holes in this cute sign. I discovered this sign when I was just going through my little sign stash. And I discovered this one and a patriotic one that's a mason jar as well. So I was super excited. I'm like, this was from last year. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Michi. Okay, so I gotta look. I'm gonna put it right about here. So I want one here and one there. I've learned the hard way. I need 3. So I'm gonna need to cut one more piece of felt. No, Noelle. No. Go back out to the hallway, boo-boo. Oh, look, I almost did it again, y'all. I almost stapled without the pipe cleaner there. Let's make sure it didn't. Nope, nothing. Good, thank you. And it makes it nice and tight there too. I'm gonna put a little glue. So y'all, we finally, nothing like waiting until the last second, but we finally turned in our taxes and did all the fun stuff. Yeah. So I was really set to go live first thing this morning, but of course you know how that goes. Stuff came up, and I had to go run a couple of errands. Hi from Southern California. Hi, Yolanda. I haven't seen you in forever. You're in San Diego, aren't you? That's where we're from, San Diego. But it's been about 22 years since we've been there. I gotta make sure I got this set up right, because I want it like that. And then so one in the middle, right about here. Noelle, what are you doing? Y'all, it's just like a child. A child that can walk at 6 months. I've forgotten what it's like to have a little one around the house. So anybody have some good plans for Easter? Other than going to church? To anybody doing the sunrise service? Our church isn't doing sunrise service this year. We're just having an 11 o'clock, which I think we were all a little grateful for that. And then, yeah, but it's always nice to get dressed up and see, you know, people that haven't been coming to church regularly. You know, you see everybody on Easter and Christmas, right? Okay, like that. Okay. Noelle, what do you have? Okay, right there. I gotta cut another piece. It's never good to hear it. Hey, Noelle, stop. Come here. Oh, we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna put one right about here. I think it was. Noelle. There we go. So I'm making stuff to put in my shop, and I put I put it in my shop and bring it to the show as well. I have a show on the 30th of this month. So then I link my square up to my Etsy shop, so it counts as Etsy sales too. Okay, oh, for Tuesday's Best Buds. Oh, cool, CT, cool. 3 hours north of San Diego. Oh, okay. Montebello. Cool. So I'm going to let this dry. Okay, y'all, this is how I saw it done. I saw Jackie from Fancy Front Door. She does mesh in her grapevines. So, okay, I saw she did one on the outside. So I was watching her video a couple times over again to see how she did it. And so she did it. She kind of goes outside, inside, outside, inside. And I'm going to do about 6 or 7 pipe cleaners. So I just cut my pipe cleaners in half. And what are you going to be making a wreath, CT, or are you going to make an arrangement or what? Yeah, I just sold an arrangement on Etsy. I heard the phone go cha-ching, and I was so excited. It was a little moss teacup that I had made a while back. Noel, all of a sudden it's quiet, y'all. I get nervous then too. So I'll put one, I think, about here. I got to try to find a spot that's kind of open to put this stuff in. To put these pipe cleaners in. That's why I do these things live, because then I'll do them. Otherwise, if I don't do them live, I usually won't do it. If I'm too nervous to do it, then I'll just go ahead and chicken out. Oh, cool. I can't wait to see it. So I just do that around a couple times. I think I might have cut these too short, but you know what? You know what I say. Those little things bug me. Yeah, winging it, winging it, winging it. I think that's what most of us do, is wing it. So I'm just weaving it in and out of the grapevine. Going outside, inside, outside, inside. Yeah, and if I don't like it, I'll take it out, right? I haven't secured it with glue or anything, so. And I just thought it would be cute, because it's kind of, you know, a whimsical sign. So, yeah, I just thought it would be cute. Hello, Joanne. Is it Joanne or Joan? It looks like Joanne. I bet you are, Michelle. Must be fun having your own group. I don't know that I. Stephen always asks me. He's like, "Why don't you make a group?" I'm like, yeah, that's a huge commitment. I think I'm gonna put one down here. And I just don't know. You know, with Noel and everything. Maybe once, especially after doing my taxes, I felt so unprepared. I felt like a kid. Whoa. It just seriously makes me so. If anything, any time of year, it just gives me anxiety. It really does. Okay, so I've got those in. I used these 3 meshes, and I had some leftover red mesh that's been sitting here, I think, since Valentine's, y'all, for real. And I'm like, I'm not going to throw it away, because I know I'll use it for something. And then today I'm like, here we go. I'm seriously not buying any more stuff. I am not. This year is my year of frugal. A frugalness, being frugal, however you want to put it. I know. I'm sorry, I will not mention it any longer. So I'm just going to do the little usual method. Put this down here. See, I don't think I cut these long enough, y'all. I got to cram it in there. So have y'all done grapevines with mesh? If you have, give me some pointers because I could really use them. Okay, I'm just going to open these. I get a lot of my mesh from Carolina Pottery because we're about 3.5 hours away. So about every quarter in the past, we go drive down there and do a haul. But they do ship if you have a for free if you have a $100 order or more. She is super quiet, y'all. It's really kind of making me nervous. I'm going to cut it here because it looks kind of icky right there. So I'm going to throw that away and just cut one or two of these. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I let things get me so nervous. This is kind of thin mesh. I think it's that value mesh with a little bit of foil in it. But it will fit in this pipe cleaner really well. You know, and I don't have anything. I don't have ribbon or anything. I have to put in there or anything. So, and of course my fabric stripe mesh. Love, love, love my fabric stripe. Y'all, I keep hitting my phone so I can see comments because they don't seem to scroll either place. So, yeah. So, anybody coloring Easter eggs? Anybody has some littles that they color Easter eggs for, make an Easter basket, anything like that? I asked Joshua, my 24-year-old, I said, so Josh, want me to color some eggs and hide them for you? He just kind of rolled his eyes. Yeah, Ma, go ahead. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I'm like, okay. You know how they are at that age. Well, ever since a teenager, really. To be honest. I'll make this one a little longer so it could be a little bit fuller. I wish my table was bigger. Now it's so cramped. Hello, Jan. How are you? Thanks so much for coming in, y'all. Spending some of your afternoon. Please be sure to spread the love, sprinkle, whatever you want to call it. And shoot some hearts up, hearts or thumbs up, so I can get some kudos from Facebook. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it works. I ate part of a peanut butter bar before I came live, and so I got peanut butter stuck in me. Noelle loves peanut butter, y'all. Absolutely loves peanut butter. She will sit there and drool while I'm eating it if I don't give her some. She'll just sit there and literally drool all over me until I give her some. But peanut butter is good for doggies, so that's okay. Now I'll open up this one. I honestly should have cut this beforehand, but I didn't think it would take too long. Just a few pieces, you know. And we can chat. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things of going live more often again, so there's going to be a lot of yellow in this design. I'm just cutting the end off so it's not all raggedy. So I don't know how much of the yellow I'll use. Okay. So if I put yellow here and red, okay. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it, y'all. It's not like doing a mesh wreath, huh? So I did finish my cherry wreath. If y'all watched my last live, it turned out so cute. I used some of that 60919 in the red. I added to it, and it turned out really cute. I did have to go glue the cherries down a little more because they were kind of drooping when I hung it up. So, oh, I like that yellow in there. So I'll still have one more. That one looks kind of messy. So I'll still have one little piece left. Well, we got Patriotic coming up, so. I know, Yolanda, this is my first time too. Now I've watched Jackie with the fancy front door, she does it a lot. So I was watching her in some videos, but she just does it so effortlessly, you know, and it's not her private group, so she didn't go into real detail. But so I watched it over and over and over again, just so I could hopefully remember how she did it. So we'll see. We will see. I just thought it would be cute. This sign just made me think that we could use some mesh in the wreath. I don't know. So I'm just going to toss these right down here. Get all this stuff out of the way. And then we'll put the sign in, I think. Well, actually, she does the bow next. She puts it in here over with the mesh and then goes from there. This mesh is super uber thin. I might have to double it up, the blue mesh, you know what I mean? Wonder if I put the mesh too far apart, but I needed to leave space in between so I could add greenery and florals and all that. And the picks. So we'll see how it works out, y'all. If you have any tips along the way, I am all ears. So that's what we got going on. The colors are good. I think we're all good. I think I'm going to put the sign in next just to get it off the table and in there. That's what I'm thinking. And I wanted it to go like this. So I'm just going to put this on through. And Noelle was out there helping me clean the grapevine. She has a bee friend that comes out and visits her every day. And they just sit there and stare at each other. It's the funniest thing. It's one of those burrow bees, you know, that burrows those big round holes in wood and fences and stuff. And honestly, it'll sit there and linger by the back door until I let her out. And then she just sits there and watches it, and it just hovers around by her. And I swear it's like they're friends. We're like, oh, your friend's here, Noelle. Go say hi to your friend. And she'll go outside and say hi. Okay, so I think I got that in there good. Now I just have to attach it. Yeah. It's the funniest, cutest, sweetest thing. You never know who's going to be your friend. So I'm just wrapping this around the parts of the grapevines, the very strong parts. I probably should have used brown, but me and my thinking was matchy-matchy with the red and the sign, and yeah. I don't think I had yellow ones. And I usually use the white and the tan ones for my beach wreath. So. Yeah, that was my thinking. Okay, this isn't set right, I don't think. This one doesn't seem to be sitting in here. I think I put the pipe cleaner itself over too far on the sign when I attached it. I guess it doesn't really matter as long as it gets attached, right? As long as it gets attached. So is everybody else back to work? Are y'all on break, or do you work from home? What's that? Yeah, it's been May. It'll have been 2 years since Steve's been back to work. So, well, he actually got the new job, and then we went on lockdown, so he hasn't really even been in there too much. I don't know why I was going to use my scissors. Hi, Velia. I hope I said your name right. How are you? Thanks for coming in. We're making a grapevine wreath, and I am attaching the sign right now. And I decided to use a little bit of mesh. For now, anyway. We might take it back out. Who knows? And now just the top one. I wanted the sign to sit a little cockeyed because it's a big sign. It's like, what did I say? It was 14 inches long. So it's a good size sign, and it comes from Christy Motts, M-O-T-T-S. As far as I know, she does. When I ordered it from her, she didn't have an Etsy shop. She just had a Facebook page and took orders from there. But she's got really, really cute signs, y'all. She's a good painter. Trying to get this on here secured. Okay, now I can shove that back in there. See, it wobbles still. I don't know why. I might have to glue it down a little bit. I think it's because of this middle one. It is. That's gonna bug me. I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna attach it a little closer to the, so it doesn't have wiggle room from the pipe cleaner. So I'm just going to take this back off. Sorry, y'all. And now I've got both ends attached, so this is going to be fun. There we go. I'm just trying to get a little closer to the edge. I'm going to come up through here, just so it doesn't have so much wiggle room. You know what I mean? That's a hook on. Good googly move. Golly. Radio silence. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I thought I was going to get hooked again. I was going to scream, y'all. Hey, Peggy. I know, right? I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, y'all. Trying. Gonna start coming live more regular and get back into the groove. I felt good last time I went live last Saturday, so figured I had a hot minute today that I would just give it a whirl, and I tried to get something that I could do a little bit faster than I do a mesh wreath, and look at me now. The sign is kicking my butt. There we go. Oh, good, much better. I might glue it down a little bit, but yeah, whatever. Not right now. Want to get going. Now we're going to make our bow. Can you tell I'm avoiding the mesh like see, it's still not sitting good. What is what? Right here, I think I need something. Oh, I'm going to work on that later. I can always fix it later. I got me a little bit of kombucha. Do y'all like kombucha? It's good for you. It's an acquired taste. You have to get used to it. Got my good old easy bow maker. Okay, so I'll put this over here. Scoot my trash out a little bit so I can see it. This is an 18-inch grapevine, y'all. Yeah, if you go to we have a store called Harris Teeter out here that carries all different flavors of kombucha. It's really good. I think I'm going to start with the blue and put the red in front of it. And then the white and the yellow. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. I was thinking of putting the red first, and then the blue, and then the yellow, and then the white. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, put it back in order so I know. So I don't forget. I am not a hand bow maker. I just have not mastered that skill yet. I say yet because I'm gonna keep working at it. Now I do like I love the 1.5. I'm gonna make these long just because I don't know how long I want them. And we'll go from there. I like to do 5.5-inch loops. This is a good stiff ribbon. You know those painted stripes are always nice and stiff, right? So Steve and I were in Lowe's yesterday because we're kind of redoing our bathroom upstairs, and I had picked out a faucet, but I picked it out in a different finish than my shower head and my shower rod curtain. So I'm like, well, let's exchange it. So we went to exchange it yesterday, and of course I was wearing pink, and this one lady's like, oh, you're all in pink, you match, how cool. I was like, yeah, it's almost every day, y'all. It's a little bit of an obsession. Oh, y'all gotta look what I ordered from Etsy. Can you see that? Can you see? Look at that. Is that the cutest little purse you ever saw? I buy these things so I can learn how to make them. You know what I mean? So then I said this was next. Okay. Wasn't that the cutest little purse you ever saw? I thought it was adorable. So this one. I'm just going to do 2 loops of all of them. Hi, Tanisha. How are you? Thanks, y'all. Thanks so much for coming in. Please be sure to spread the love. Trying to get my followers up there. I've been kind of stagnant for a while. But that's, you know, when you don't go live and you're not being heard. I try to post all the time, but... Did y'all see the post I did of Noelle in her favorite corner on the couch? That's her little nap spot. And of course, when we took the picture, she opened her eyes. Always ready for a picture. That's my girl. That's my daughter. I knew I was always supposed to have a daughter. But this one I can't really dress up. She doesn't like to wear doggy clothes. We did get her like a Santa outfit at Christmas when she was still a little bitty. But by the time we got around to putting it on, it was too small already. I'm wondering, should I do white and then yellow on top? No, I'll do white on top. Never mind. So I'm making all the tails nice and long. And I'm putting the loops. I'm making the loops all the same length. It's about 5.5 inches, y'all. That just seems to be my favorite length for the loops. Anything bigger and they just seem to get a little too floppy for me. I don't know. And I'm trying to put the colors on the opposite sides. So are y'all trying anything new that makes you nervous to try? I was really nervous to try arrangements, floral arrangements, and like those really cute candlesticks, you know, when you decorate the top of the candlesticks. Okay, what did I do with this? I had to put it back for some reason. Okay. I think I remember making a bow, and I don't know. Who knows? My memory is shot now. What was I talking about? I have no idea what I was talking about. Not a clue. Isn't that horrible? I am going to make these a little bit shorter. Oh yeah. Y'all trying anything new that makes you nervous? That's what I was talking about. I'm going to make these a little bit shorter just so that they'll go up in the bow more. And I'm going to put these in the middle. The white ones. Here in the middle. Try to place it before I get that zip tie in there. And of course I only have black ones sitting up here, so I gotta go dig for a zip tie. So there we've got this. Oh, I was making my neighbor across the street. Her niece needed a bunch of bows to put on drapes. I think they had a wedding or something in their church. Or maybe they had to put it on the pews. I'm not sure. But I know I had to make some white ones and then some green ones. And I think that was the last time I used that ribbon, so I must have had some extra. And put it back. Because you know me, I don't like to throw anything away. I'm a bit of a hoarder. Okay. Now let's get the zip ties going. Y'all, I'm getting closer and closer to having to play with the mesh on there and make it all look good. I have some, look, I've been making little beehives out of those Easter eggs, those plastic Easter eggs. So I have a whole little bee theme going on for the show. They say you should have a theme when you do a craft show. So I'm going to use this to attach my bow to the grapevine. This is bind wire. And it comes just like this, bind wire. And I've heard that Hobby Lobby carries it. I got mine at Sims. So I've had this for over a year now. So it lasts a long time, y'all. I still get nervous doing this part. I don't want to lose all my loops. Or forget to put my bind wire in, you know. So we have this place out here. I don't know if y'all have it too. It's called Cinema Cafe, where you can eat dinner and watch a movie at the same time. And from what I've heard, they have like really nice seating and really good food. So I think, okay. Ooh, that'll be exciting. I will be there Tuesday. Definitely. Boy, it seems like, yeah, you know, at nighttime, I just don't have the energy, y'all, to go live. I'm such a morning person. I love watching lives late at night, but I am such a morning person. I like to get up and get stuff done and then poop out. I'm telling you, dinner time, and I'm good. Not like when I was younger. Not at all. I remember we didn't get ready till start getting ready till around 9, 10 o'clock to go out. And I grew up in San Diego, like I said, so we would go drive up to Hollywood or something. And look, there's my little bow. I love the 1.5 inch ribbon bows. I just do. all I've been making lately. As you can see, I have a 2.5 inch set right here, and I didn't end up using it. I'm glad I wore short sleeves because I forget how hot it gets under these lights. Oh, I'm a mess. That's one thing about working with grapevines. It's very messy. Very, very messy. Called Flick's Brew House, where you can go get. Oh, that's cool. Flick's, that's a cool name. Okay, so I'm gonna put this up here. That was my plan. So I'm just gonna go right in between these two things of mesh, where there's an open space. Y'all, I started taking Pilates because I was going to the gym, and you know, when you go to the gym for a while and you reach a plateau, you need something different. So I don't know how it came about, but they had like a free intro session to Pilates, and I have bad knees, so I'm like, this is really good. There's like no impact, and it was a really cool class. Well, I got addicted. And so now I'm doing Pilates, and y'all, I can really feel a difference in my posture. No, not since you were, when I was working, I was a waitress for 30 years, and I was always the 5:30 to 1 a.m. shift. I mean, 5:30 a.m. to the 1:30 p.m. shift. And I loved it, because then you have the rest of the day to do whatever you want. Now, you did have to go to bed early, but I was still young, so I didn't even do that. But it was wonderful. I loved it. So I think it's just stayed. Thank you, thank you. I know. I love this sign too. We thank you. The sign is so stinking cute. And I'll show you the other one. Turns out I bought a few of her signs last year. I did. And searching through my things, came across them. Okay. So I'm going to take a look at this. It's looking kind of wonky. Yeah. I'm going to curl these up for right now. And to keep them out of my way, and then I'll work around them, and then I'll deal with where I'm going to place them afterwards. Now, this isn't how Jackie did it, because she like did her waterfall effect, I guess you call it. But I don't know that I want to do that. So I'm just going to curl these up for the moment. Might help if I did it the right way. I like to curl them like this. And just to keep them out of the way for now. And then they're nice and curly too. Thanks, Yolanda. Yeah, I'm a daisy fanatic. And when I look at my designs that I'd made last summer, it was almost all daisies. But it seems like everybody's daisy lovers too, because they were selling. So just gonna get this out of the way. I don't have any grandkids, so we're not coloring eggs this year. But I heard on the news the price of eggs is going up, because they said, this is what they said now, that avian flu, there was a bad strain of it or something. And so a lot of the chickens were infected with the flu and this and that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know, but that's their reasoning for egg prices going up. this way. It's a lot easier. I don't know why I just didn't do that. But why would I do it the easy way? There we go. And this will just keep these out of the way for the moment. And then I'll cut them or do whatever I want with them at the end. We'll see. Okay, y'all. The moment of truth. My little heart is pounding. Isn't that silly? Isn't that silly? Really? They had to kill 13 million chickens from that flu, so I guess they weren't pulling our leg. Wow. I didn't even know that avian flu was still around. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get some flowers first. I'm going to start off with the blue ones. I just thought these were the prettiest things. So I have some that have the little droopy petals. I don't know if those are just called daisies too, but I have some of those and I have some of these. So I'm going to start with these just because they look happier. Yes, flowers can look happy. Just going to go ahead and cut these off. And these were from the at-home store. I really love going there, but you got to go there early in the season because they get picked over really fast. No, it's real. It's spreading to all birds, including bald eagles. Oh, no. Wow. That's horrible. Because just not enough stuff is going on, right? Oh, just another reason to go vegetarian. Really don't eat a whole lot of meat anyway. Seems to be messing with my stomach. I don't know if that's an age thing or just because I don't really eat a whole lot of meat. I don't know. Steven says I eat dirt. I eat a lot of fruit. Lots of fruit. Aren't they pretty flowers? I thought so too. And I bought quite a bit of them. Now see, I don't like these leaves though. But I wasn't sure on the greenery, so I'm just going to start poking stuff in. If I want to cut these out, I will. I'm just going to start putting stuff in. And just this sign just made me think daisies, for real. Yeah, I got to cut these. At least the bottom one out. Maybe just cut the stem a little bit shorter too. That's why I usually do grapevines when I'm not live, because I'll just sit there and put stuff in and take it out, and put it in and take it out. But that's why I figured I'm going to bend this up a little bit so that it's looking at us. Going to go ahead and commit. I'm committing, y'all. Yeah, I've turned my glue pot on like the last 3 days to go live. And it sits there on all day long. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my glue's going to start turning that nasty color. I'm going to put these in randomly, sparsely around, because I don't have a whole lot of these. But I do have three more bushes of the droopy ones. But I have white and yellow filler flowers. So I have a lot of white daisies. Tons and tons of white daisies. So these I really don't need so long. And I just kind of bend it up so that it'll come poking out. That's kind of cute. Now I'm kind of doing with the flowers like I did with the mesh, inside and out, or outside and in, outside and in. But that's kind of what I'm doing. I want some of them really long so they can be sticking out and flowy. Because you don't want a two-dimensional wreath, you know. Hello, Dolores. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to stand, I think, because I got to see what I'm doing. Do y'all use your easel when you're making grapevines or wreaths at all? I have an easel, and I swear I think I've used it twice. I think if my table was taller, I'd use it more. But I just don't seem to use it. And I got it at like the second crafters convention they ever had I went to. So you know how long I've had it. Those little tags don't like to come off so easily. I'm going to cut right about there. I want it a little long, so I want some of it coming out of the bow. Excuse me if I flash anybody. Oh, like I said, Pilates. Yeah. Has anybody here do Pilates? It's really fun. And it's like no impact. But you use a lot of your core. A lot. Which, you know, when you start getting older, you need your core strength. Because none of us wants to fall. So, okay, this one's kind of middle. I think I'm going to have one coming out from in here. Maybe I'll go, I think I'm going to get some, excuse me, Steven, if you're on here, Joshua's calling. My son needs a ride home. I didn't let him know that I was going live, but he was at work, so I didn't want to bug him. He's a sous chef at a place called Mission Barbecue. He really loves it, and it's like a barbecue place that's super duper patriotic. They stand at and say the Pledge of Allegiance at noon every day. Oh no, I got it. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get Steve Joshua's phone number. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Info, okay. Steven, it's 217-5093. 217-5093. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Did you get that? Yeah, my table's wooden. It's an old. This was the first dining room table that Steve and I ever bought together. So it's 27 years old. It's just just an old dining room table. Wooden. The old farmhouse style that was in back in the mid-90s. Well, farmhouse is still in, but this was like very beginning. So I'm going to put some of the, oh, you know what? I really wanted to put some of these in, the white daisies. I'm finally going to use up this bush. And then I'll stick some greenery in too. Yeah, I want to get one of the tables like you got, CT, that you can lower and raise and all that. Yeah. But it's going to be a hot minute till I can afford one of those. Now, I do have tons of new signs in the shop too, y'all. If you're new to my page, like I said, please like and follow and all that fun stuff. But I do have an Etsy shop too where we sublimate signs. And I have tons of signs. I'm starting to come up with some new fall and Halloween signs too. I know, CT, I bet you do. I'm just splitting this up. Sorry. I am going to keep some of the leaves on, even though I don't like them, just for the greenery aspect. Oh. Okay. Breathe. Breathe. Yeah, just so I have some greenery in there until I add some. It's kind of weird working with this mesh, I will admit, y'all. Just, it's kind of weird. I guess you got to get used to it just like anything else, but it just is. That's what she said. It's just a filler. So, yeah. We'll fill away. I guess I should leave my stems a little longer so they can stand out over this mesh. That's one thing I'd have to get used to, because I do end up cutting my stuff pretty short. But it does add a lot of dimension, which is really nice. Yeah, Yolanda. Yeah. I'm gonna make a new happy birthday sign too, because we've had a happy birthday sign, but the same one for a hot minute. So I'm gonna design a new one, and then I think I'm gonna make a kit for it. I'm almost out of my wreath kits. And I try to make some wreath kits that I don't put a whole lot of ribbon and a whole lot of stuff with it, so I can keep the price down. So y'all don't have to charge an arm and a leg for your wreath. So I'll have some new wreath kits coming out. Yeah. Aren't those cute? I'm just such a daisy fan. At my old house, we had Gerber daisies, and they came back up, excuse me, every year. And of course I had hot pink and orange and all the bright, bright, bright colors. Just love the bright colors. Just trying to make this stand up and out. To give it tons of dimension, and so when the wind blows on your wreath, it looks super pretty. This might keep down there. Have it by the side. A little. There we go. Because I want it to face, you know, when you come up walking to the. This will be super pretty. I was thinking of getting I have some more red of the 60919. But I think I only have one more bush of it left. So I was totally wanting to save it for a patriotic wreath. So, I don't know. Oh, I wanted to show you the sign, y'all. Oh my gosh, I can't even walk. Sorry about the view. But you gotta see the sign. It's really uber cute. How cute is that? Super cute. So that'll be, I think I might do it on the, an evergreen base. No, do you mean Grinch sign? Because Etsy is super, super stringent on copywriting. So I won't put any Grinch signs in my shop. Now we can go behind closed doors and do what we need to do, but you'd have to PM me for something. A custom sign you can PM me for anytime. I just love these daisies. I gotta put one coming out under the bow over here. So I'm going to go between this mesh right here and kind of bend it. This bow is kind of going floppity flop, flopping outwards, so I'm going to have to mess with that too. And then I'll end up cutting some of this all these frays off. That's one thing I didn't miss, was the frays from the mesh. That's looking kind of cute. I think I want this to go up here. I'll hold it up in a second. I'm going to put this under the bow so it can hold it up from going out to the side too. I gotta put more glue on here. Yeah, I want these flowers to help hold up the bow because it's wanting to go to the outside. There we go. Make these things do what you want. You know what I mean? I know you do. There we go. So I'm going to add some of these in. Aren't they so pretty? And they match perfectly with the yellow in here. I'm going to have some coming out here. Noelle must be napping because it's awful quiet. Or Steve had her go. We have a little crate for her in the kitchen, so she's crate trained. And we call it her condo, her bedroom. So she's probably in there. Put some of this down here. Oh, no, I hear her. I hear her little, she heard me talking about her. She's like, no, Mama, I'm still around. I thought I heard Steve leave to go get Josh. I'm just going to scatter these all around because they're so nice and delicate. Just stick them in wherever you can. I might cut this long one off. I think I'm going to trim this one down and stick it in the bow. Deep down in here. Have it come popping out. Yeah. How cute. I'm going to grab some of my greenery, see what I'm going to do with some of that. Put it in. And I have some lemons. Hello, Missy. How are you? Thanks so much for coming in to say hi. I'm Wilhelmina with Wall Decor by Faye. And we are making a fun little sweet summer wreath. I gotta fix this better. I know, right down here. But that'll be after my left. I've never used mesh in a grapevine before, so this is our first time. So you're joining me on my my first time using mesh on a grapevine. I have this coming up here. I'm gonna so I don't think I want to use this. I think I'm gonna use some of this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use some of this because it's light and it has a little bit of darkness to it, so it's more. Because isn't the darker the leaves get, the farther along in summertime it is. They're super light in the spring, right? I don't have a green thumb, y'all. Steve has a green thumb. I like artificial flowers. That's about all I can do. This one is not a pusher. So I'll be able to cut it up into separate pieces and put it in. So I just cut it into 2 pieces. And we'll see how this works. If this looks good. If not, I can always yank it on out. Y'all be sure and let me know. Ooh, I think I like it. Because then you can pull it up into the bow and around the mesh and all that stuff. Yeah, I think I like it. Happy accident. Woohoo, Bob Ross. I'm going to put this over this piece of mesh so it'll kind of cover up the pipe cleaner. I'm liking this. Hey Francine, how are you? Thank you so much. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I don't know my from a hole in the ground. This is a pusher. Oh my goodness. You'd think I've never done this before. And this, I do not know where it's from. I have no idea. It doesn't say on here. But the number is CP-13515. G as in girl, N as in Nancy. So in case you like this greenery, you can always Google it, I guess. But I do like splitting it up. So I probably should bend this tip over so it won't come off. I'll just take my needle nose and bend it over. And then it won't come off of here. So, oh yeah, any of y'all do Pilates? Tell me, inquiring minds want to know, y'all. Am I the only one? I just think it's really cool. It's a new obsession. But you can feel, I can feel my core getting stronger. And that's like one of my biggest fears is falling down. You know, that lady, I'm falling down and I can't get out. Don't want that. I don't want that more than anything. My mother fell and that's how she passed. So that it's like, ooh, in my head. I don't want to fall. Well, I'm sure none of us want to fall, but you know what I mean. It's one of my bigger fears. I'm just splitting this in half. I'm going to cut this. Turn this down so it can't fall off. And I can push it up if I want. I'm really liking this greenery. And I have some, I do have some really cute little boxwood. You know that little boxwood you get from Hobby Lobby? Yeah. I love that stuff. I buy it every time greeneries, florals are on sale. I get 3 or 5 bushes of it and just stock up on it. I like this because it's nice and flowy. So it still looks kind of springy. But since, you know, it's a sweet summer, it can go for summer too. Michelle from Greenery Gals is really getting me into greenery. That's for sure. That is for sure. I was on some medication called Humira, and it was helping my arthritis. But I'd been on it for a few years, and it seemed like it wasn't as potent as it was before. So I'd asked my dermatologist to go off of it for a while. And y'all, I could hardly walk. And if you know me, you know I like to, go to the gym. I like to be active. So I couldn't work out for like 2 months. And finally it dawned on me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to talk to my dermatologist, see about getting back on that Humira again. And I'm telling you, that same day I took my first shot of it. Because you give yourself a shot in the stomach. Well, my husband does for me anyway. But that same day, my knees were better. Because I was even talking to my primary caregiver. We were talking about seeing some orthopedic surgeons about knee replacement, because I'm supposed to get both my knees replaced. But I'm trying everything I can not to, because I know my dad had one knee replaced and said he wouldn't, no matter what, he wouldn't do it again. So I was super nervous about doing it. But it's amazing how, you know, take for granted your medication and then until you're off of it. So I was taking collagen. I'm taking collagen. Anybody take collagen for your joints? And it helps your skin too at the same time. So it's a double whammy. Because I have a powder collagen that I mix in my smoothie, and it doesn't have a taste, and it works really good. I think. I'll put some under here so it'll kind of dangle off, downwards, you know? Dangle down. Y'all are mighty quiet. You just getting ready for I hate when I say for Easter. I went and got a new dress, and guess where I got it from? For Easter. You'll never guess. We went to go eat at Cracker Barrel yesterday. And we went, you know, let's see. We went at like 2 something because we were too late for lunch. And we were hungry. So they only have 1 server between 2 and 4. So it was like a 40-minute wait. And we were starving. So we're like, no. So, of course, you know, when you're in Cracker Barrel, you got to shop. It's like the written law. So I found the cutest dress for Easter. I'm like, oh my goodness. It matches these new sandals I got. And you know, if you have knee pain, you gotta watch the shoes you wear too. Cause yeah, I was wearing Crocs yesterday and oh, my knees were killing me. But I have these shoes, they're called Vionics. Like Bionics, but with a V. And then Victor. And they're wonderful, and they have the cutest styles. They're a little pricey, well, kind of a lot pricey, but so I've only gotten 1 pair. But they work wonders. You can stand in them for hours. It's wonderful. Lost all my glue. I love this bush. I better have more. I don't know why I come down with 1 bush. So I have, okay, this is what we got going on so far, y'all. Isn't that pretty? Give me some hearts or thumbs up if you're liking what we're doing so far. Cheryl, Owl, how are you? It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. Are you going to Crafters Convention? I'd love to see you in person. What color is your hair right now? What color are you doing right now? Thanks, CT. Thanks so much. So the mesh is doing okay? Yeah, it really is a filler, y'all. It's wonderful. I'm going to put this down here. Maybe. I might yank it back out. I don't know. But I want something right here. Y'all, I'm going to go try to find some more of this. I got a box right over there in the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Let me go look right quick. If I don't fall over everything. Have mercy. I'll be right back. Sorry. What did you get? Okay, well, I couldn't find any. I'm not going to spend all day. What did you get? Oh, have mercy, y'all. I don't even want to go out in the living room and look. So I have some of this. This is the stuff I was talking about from Hobby Lobby that I get every time Florals are on sale. So I'll cut some of this, and I know this is a pusher just because I use it all the time. So I'll put some of this in there, and then I'm going to put some of those picks. I think I used all my white daisies. I have more white daisies over there, but they're not the same as this one. Oh, this one is not. Good, googly moo. So I'm just gonna have to put this whole thing in because I cut it wonky. I cut the bottom too short. Okay, because I need some stuff over here. Now I'm wondering if you can, you know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to put this in the middle of the mesh. You know where the curls are? And have it coming out of the mesh. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I guess it doesn't have to go in the grapevine. I really gotta see now. I check these all up. I messed these all up. That's okay. I'll figure out something to do with it. Now I'm gonna put some more of these little yellow flowers in too. But I like lots of flowy greenery in my grapevines. Lots. Do y'all like to do lots of greenery in your grapevines too? Or just more flowers? Hello, Tanya. How are you? Thanks so much for coming in, y'all. Please be sure to spread the word, share the love, however you want to call it. Sprinkle, 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 and sprinkle some more. Trying to get my numbers back up. And I'm sticking some of this right in the middle of the mesh where the pipe cleaner is. So it'll cover up the pipe cleaner and just kind of make the mesh more part of the design. Instead of just, you know, in your face. In your face. I just love this greenery. It's so pretty. It's delicate. Delicate. I like it. I like it. Okay, I'm going to cut up these lemons. These lemon slices. And I think I got these from Craft Outlet. That's where I got them, from Craft Outlet. And we'll make these nice and long. So they'll bounce around. Now I do have like, I bought I think 4 or 5 of them. So I can keep a couple together. If I need more, I got some right over there. This is the one I always have problems with. Okay, Yolanda. Have a good day. Happy Easter. Take care. It was good to see you again. Enjoy your California weather. So, this is going to go... where do I want this first one to go? Right here. Right there. And I'm going to fold over the bottom of the stem. Just so it'll go in the grapevine better. I like to make sure everything's around the bow too. So cute. Oh my goodness. Seeing all the people, I have some neighbors that want wreaths, but they all seem to have storm doors. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't make another storm door. I can't do it. So the fluffy ones go in my shop, into the shows. And the flat ones go to my neighbors. Yay, this is turning out cute. I think I'm going to try mesh a little more. I'm going to break these apart just because. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Get this crud off of here. So, I gotta hurry before the glue dries. I'm gonna see if I can find some more of this greenery upstairs too. After the live, because I really like it. Really like it. I want it to come down here too. Not too long. Okay, no problem. There we go. I'm gonna have to fix that. I want to put a few more of the little yellow flowers in here, in and around, sparsely. And maybe I'll stick down here. Fill in this little area. Well, I guess this wasn't so bad. I do that to myself all the time. I psych myself out and get so nervous to try something, and then I try it and boom, it wasn't so bad. So if you haven't tried mesh in your grapevine, try it. I'm going to put some more of this up top. Absolutely give it a whirl. Can't reach. Put this up here. I like stuff to stick out the top, and I want it. There we go. I'll probably put some more up there. So what are some good movies out there, y'all? I haven't been to the movies in forever. Like, way even before everything went crazy. Right in that glue. Gotta love it, gotta love it. I want this to stick up a little bit. See, these are nice and wired stems too. So they'll help hold up the little lemon pieces too. I just want them sporadically around. I know, me neither, CT. Not in forever. I think I'll let this come out of down here. So when the tails are out, there'll be stuff underneath here too. I do need some more greenery in there. See, and here I came back out again with one. Good night, Irene. With one bushel. All the time, I don't know why. Oh, that was smart, Will. Good night. Sometimes I can be so dingy. Take two. There we go. So when the tails are down. Yeah, these I know I'm going to cut shorter because they're way long. And I don't think I want to do the waterfall thing. Maybe I won't cut off as much as I thought. I like this light blue. When I went to Sims last, I bought a ton of solid ribbons, and I bought a lot of the beach color because I make a lot. Being in Virginia Beach, you make a lot of beach wreaths. This one I don't want. It's a really stiff one. It's not flowy, so I don't think I want it long. Where's the other one? There we go. In here. Oh, that's a long puppy. I'm just cutting a little off for now, just because, you know, you can't add it, so whatever. I love these little lemon slices. They're the cutest thing ever. Yeah. I don't want so much tail. Yeah, I'm going to end up messing around with the tail. I know it. The tails. I know that for sure. And I'm probably going to go upstairs and try to look for some more of this greenery. But look at what we got. So, y'all, what are you thinking? Oh, there's a big old stem sticking out back here. I need to cut off. How do you like it? Y'all think it turned out good? Nice primary colors. Yay. Let's see. So I think this is good. It's going to go like that. So that's a little cockeyed. But I am going to cut this down because that's horrible. Oh no, that's the straw. I'm sitting there looking at the straw. Oh my gosh, y'all must think I'm the biggest ding dong. I might even just go like this and twirl, you know, like that. Ooh, look at there. Yeah, it is. It's really light and refreshing. And because I'm used to really doing a lot of bold colors, as you can tell by my nails and my hair. I like to be super colorful. But I am gonna, I saw this sign and I remembered that I really liked it. Oh, look, I didn't cut these. And I knew, as soon as I saw it, I remembered about getting it. I was like, oh, yay. I had no plans on making this. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is it. It spoke to me, y'all. And especially since I had just gotten the little lemon dewjobbies too. Yeah. Oh, you know, y'all, I have some lemons I forgot to put over here. This will be listed in my Etsy shop, along with all the new signs we got going on and all that fun stuff. I do have a YouTube channel as well, so if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, if you could subscribe to that. I'm getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, so I can go live on there nice and easily too, without having to do, you know, all those other. I'm gonna mess with these because I don't think I like those. But let's see. I'm gonna cut a couple of these off just for the heck of it. Let's see. Maybe about putting some lemons in. Oh my god. I don't know. Just hide a couple in here, you know. just for the heck of it. Ooh, I kind of like that. They are spring, even though this is a summer sign. Yeah, I guess it can go, you know, both ways. It can go spring to summer, maybe, yeah. Let me see. There we go. That looks kind of cool. What do you think? You like those lemons in there? Give me some hearts if you like the lemons in there too, and I'll go ahead and leave them in. Yeah, I think it looks kind of cool. You like the lemons? Let me know. Cool. Cool. I think I'm gonna look for some more of this greenery because I really, really, really like it. And add some more of that. And that should be it. I'm gonna play around with these tails because I'm not super with them. I gotta hang them up and take pictures. You know how it goes, y'all. You know how it goes. Well, I thank you so much for experiencing my first grapevine with some mesh in it. Thank you. Okay, CT, see you later. I'm fixing to go too. Y'all have a blessed, blessed day. It was good to see you again, and I'll see you all again real soon. Bye.